Ah, they made it into the school for girls. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna
Children scare me.
Step back.
Am I?
What?
वो कौन है तू? की चाहता है? अरे कुछ बोल भी बहरी है की? अरे शंभू देख दरवाजे पे कौन आया है? ओए जस्सी तू कम हियर. मर जानी.
Stop! That is great!
ये लाहौर के जहांगीर हयात खान की बेटी है ना?
Bro, what the fuck? Oh
what
my
are
god!
The odds?
He's fucking alive!
This?
अब्बा जी ने खुद ज़ारा को तलाक दिलवाया. ज़ारा बाऊजी ते माती की मदद करके वीर का ख्वाब पूरा करना चाहती थी.
Oh my god, she doesn't know.
रसा विलायत जाके बस गया.
No, I'm sure.
Oh no,
I'm
what
sure,
she thought he
of
was dead.
course,
She thought he was dead, yeah, of course.
2 साल बाद चल बसे. फिर कुछ सालों बाद.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh
god, bro, this
come
movie
on,
is.
Give me a break.
कहती है मेरी रूह ऐसे.
Oh my god, wait until she hears the news, bruv.
उड़ते जीना मरना ऐसे ही.
He's not dead!
और एक ज़ारा है जिसने अपने 22 साल एक पराये मुल्क और पराये लोगों को दे दिए.
Now that's a woman. You see, that's how you write a strong female character, yeah? Oh my god, tell her, bruv.
Please, please.
I'm a lawyer, mate.
Girl, actually, I got some juicy news. How about we have a cup of tea?
I'm about to bring you life back, or she'll know what that means.
वो शख्स हिंदुस्तान तो नहीं पहुंचा, लेकिन 22 साल तक ये तावीज़ उसकी हिफाजत करता रहा. वो शख्स का नाम है
Come on, just spit it out.
वीर प्रताप सिंह.
Big Bollywood moment.
Look at her face.
और के एक जेल में कैद है.
Jail, straight away, jail.
22 साल. खुदा ने आप दोनों को.
That lawyer deserves all the praise in the world.
She's so attractive, man.
She's a great actress.
They both are.
Wait until he finds out.
बिल्कुल गैर मामूली बात है कि डिफेंस काउंसिल अभी तक नहीं पहुंची.
He can feel her too.
और जब मैंने साफ-साफ कह दिया था कि आज
I kid you not, mate. The music score of this film.
क्या वजह है?
Phenomenal. It's absolutely fantastic. It's such an intense part of the film.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've mentioned about 15 times, but. Oh my gosh.
This song is also phenomenal.
We've heard this in a live stream. This movie, I was sobbing.
Oh.
But I apologize to anyone for sharing my thoughts prior to seeing the movie, because oh my god, everything is what I said, but times 10.
Yeah, it's just perfect. Come on. Guys,
Nice.
this is so great.
I like that a lot. Okay.
I bet everybody was weeping
Mate.
at this point in the cinema. Like, there's no other way of accepting this scene. It's
Nice.
great. It's great. And it's such a subtle scene. There's no bedazzling it. It's true and earnest.
That's why I'm glad they let us settle like this.
Me too.
The audience deserves it.
I agree.
Because, man, I feel like I've lived 2 lifetimes.
Oh yeah, well, that's exactly what this is supposed to feel like, though. And it's satisfying, and it's fulfilling, and it's righteous.
Dude, unfair is an understatement. Cruel.
100%.
The world
this
has
is
been to
cruel.
them.
I remember watching this for the first time and thinking, this reunion is epic. But no, now it has a completely different meaning. That's so sweet.
God.
It actually makes me so sad because not only they have the ends of their lives, what happened to their youth is gone.
That's it. That's literally what that is.
It's so sad.
Yeah, the world has been so cruel to them.
That's so sad. No, please, no. No more separation, please.
ज़ारा हयात खां की गवाही स्क्वाड्रन लीडर वीर प्रताप सिंह ये अदालत आपको बाइज्जत बरी करती है।
Yeah! I'm that guy, yeah? I'd like to take this chance. I'll just go on the mic and be like, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. The double champ does what he wants. I'm Pakistani and Indian.
You can't
Are
see
you sure
me.
about that?
हुकूमत पाकिस्तान और ये अदालत उसके लिए आपसे माफी चाहती है।
Oh, yes, apologies. Give me a couple of million as well, yeah?
मैं कैदी नंबर 786 जेल की सलाखों से बाहर देखता हूँ, दिन महीने सालों को युग में बदलते देखता हूँ। वो कहते हैं ये तेरा देश नहीं, फिर क्यों मेरे देश जैसा लगता है।
Regardless of where you're from, love knows no borders or boundaries.
मैं कैदी नंबर 786
What the f is the meaning of 786?
Maybe it sounds like something.
एक नई ज़ारा को देखता हूँ, मेरे ख्वाबों को पूरा करते खुद के ख्वाब भूल चुका। उसका दामन अब खुशियों से भरने को जी करता है।
Give her the 10 kids, yeah? Have a blast.
जीने को जी करता है।
I hope she's not older. Too old for have kids.
नंबर 786 जेल की सलाखों से बाहर देख।
That's a monologue. That's a moment. That's how you do a freaking acting masterclass, y'all.
That was perfect,
Take
yeah, wow.
notes.
Yay! Dad will be proud, mate.
Yes, he would. I like that his grave is like a flower bed.
वीर ने ज़ारा को पाकिस्तान में खोया था, तो वीर और ज़ारा का मिलाप पाकिस्तान की ज़मीन पर ही होगा। ये लीजिए, हमारी ज़ारा को हमेशा के लिए अपना बना लीजिए।
Oh, you're gonna get married?
लीजिए।
Ooh, nice. Oh, vocals. Oh.
आप कहते थे कि वीर और ज़ारा का नाम एक साथ कभी नहीं लिया जा सकता। अब देखिए, वीर और ज़ारा का नाम एक साथ हमेशा के लिए जुड़ गया है। वीर ठीक कहते हैं, तुम एक परी ही हो जिसको खुदा ने सिर्फ हमारे लिए भेजा है।
Oh. Imagine being told that, damn.
Just so impactful. Oh God, please let them have really, really old, really long lives together. This is so unfair.
I love that song.
Oh, what a beginning of a career, girl.
Yeah, dude, what win?
Damn.
I think I'll be done, retired then.
Yeah, I was like, winning rate of 100.
Wowza. Yay.
She didn't have any kids?
Nah, I think they'll have some in the future. I mean, maybe they just arrived, mate. Oh, they did statues.
Guys, I don't know why we keep making films that are making me cry and making me feel all these things, and I'm so conflicted about it all.
my
What is this? What the heck is wrong with all of you? What happened to the fun movies?
I'm like the fattest knot in my throat.
I know, me too. Oh. And the epilogue, that is just so unnecessarily nice. Actually, I'm gonna give my conclusions now. This film
It's perfect.
Yeah, I swear it's the best film I've ever seen.
Absolutely nothing to say about the tempo, about the rhythm of the film, about the topics of the film. I have nothing to say about the dance numbers. Nothing was unnecessary. Nothing was out of place. I absolutely adored this film.
Yeah, wow, what a film.
Every actor was a 10 out of 10. Nobody
No
was
weak
like
performances.
nobody was not, even the guards, even the freaking police
Yeah,
people.
man.
They were all great. People that you were supposed to hate, you hated with your whole guts. People that you liked, you were loving with every inch of your freaking essence.
You know what's funny as well? Like, you know how we noticed in Rockstar, there was like obviously a flawed performer there. It really damped what could have been a masterpiece.
Yes.
And then you would have wished, like, what would have happened if
you had a cast that held
like
up.
this strong,
Yes.
right? This is basically like the
What a film.
perfect film. The
film.
casts were perfect, both from a physical perspective, looks-wise, obviously prowess and technique, ability to portray things, chemistry on camera. Like it's really one of those films where you're like, how the did this? How is this even real? How did this even work? Like it's obviously tackling a very difficult topic, right? Especially because the people who are gonna watch the film are from the countries in which the conflict of the movie is based on. So, you know what I mean?
And if you look at it from a political standpoint, I'm pretty sure this is flawed in many ways, and people have their opinions.
I do not know. This is why it's so important for... Not important. Well, yeah, this is what makes you guys so important. That's actually the perfect way to explain it. Because a lot of you guys were there when this first came out.
Yes.
You know, so this could have been the film that you grew up with, or this could have been the film that when you were in your teenage years or already in your 20s like us, you saw and you made an impact. You saw the impact they had culturally in India, perhaps in Pakistan as well. Let us know about that impact then, because that's one of the most interesting bits of movies that try to tackle these aspects of both from a cultural perspective, from a political perspective, and from an artistic perspective. I thought politically it tackled it quite tastefully.
Yeah, I
of
think
course,
so too.
we don't have a stand. You know, we're not either Indian or Pakistani, and we're just like flies on the wall,
Literally.
observing and learning about different cultures and movies. But let us know what you thought of that.
But I think this is a film that it's really well rounded in many ways, because you also have this beauty of exposition of culture from both elements, from the Punjab state and from the Pakistani interpretation. You have really lovely elements of culture and really lovely elements of religion and really wholesome moments of human essence, and I think that's really what prevails throughout the whole characteristic of the film. And I love that every character has a redemption arc, whether it started as a good character or it was a dislikable character. Everybody has a redemption arc, because everybody has a reason and nobody's intrinsically evil. And I love the fact that in this film that is a very strong value, like that's a very strong believing part of the
I guess there was a character that was intrinsically evil, right? Which is the fiance.
But he's not intrinsic.
Well,
He
because
has-
because he knows the damage he's made, and he's doing it for ulterior motives, right? That is
Yes.
that's like knowing what you're doing is wrong and still doing it. That's like evil, right?
Yes, but he had a responsibility to uphold. And even though he was a pawn in the game, he also knew the kind of like shame and
I guess-
honor and dishonor that would bring to his name.
Yeah, his family,
And to his
right? Because then
family,
you could
of
see it in
course.
that way, right? Then he'll be ashamed to his family, he would incur damage to his family.
Correct.
So therefore, he's doing everything he can to protect.
I'm telling you, nobody in
Yeah.
nobody here is intrinsically evil. Do I agree with them? No, but I.
Well, that's the
reason.
audience decision. That isn't the
Exactly.
writer's decision.
Correct.
That isn't the director's decision.
And
That's for you
even
to
though,
make.
as I was traversing the journey of the story, which is a pretty lengthy story, by the way, I could foresee things as they were plotting themselves in the film. Like I could see where the film was gonna lead to, which more often than not, kind of disappoints me as a viewer, because I can foretell the ending
Yeah, you can
of
predict
a film.
things, you know.
But in this particular case, knowing where the film was going just gave me more hope, and I kind of like fulfilled the prophecy in a way, and I absolutely adored it. I don't have anything wrong with
And it's
this.
also because like that's such a good telling of how good the writing was and the
Yes.
directing was, because and the movie takes a lot of courage and it has a ton of like bravery, because
It does.
but it pays off, because that way everyone gets an ending as a character, so every arc is finished. Yes, it took a huge ton of balls to kill off the mother, kill off the father on both Veer's and Zara's side of the family.
Yes.
But it gives you the three things that are my biggest pet peeves in movies. Consequence, right? Ending, because you created a world here for 3 hours and a half, right? You created a world, and I've invested my time and I'm open to be involved and sort of dive as deep as possible into this new world that you wrote and you directed and you sold me, right?
Correct. Yes, Efra, say it.
So
louder.
You respected that because you wrote everything with a beginning and an end.
And everybody, there's no loose ends. Like, there is no loose threads in this tapestry. And I love that because I think like that's life.
And
you know?
it allowed enough space for the viewer to also lead to their own conjecture, to also lead to their own conclusion, and expand upon the world that you had built so well. The school, I see it flourishing, and they basically became the copy of Veer's parents, aunt and uncle. And the story repeated itself. They fell in love in the next 7 lives, just like her uncle promised to his auntie. It has enough space, but yet it lets everything open and close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open interpretation in the right moments. That's like perfect writing. And also the values and the core morals of each character also were reflected in different moments, in pinnacle moments in the movie, which meant that nothing was just made for the sake of putting it in there for no fucking reason.
I agree. I think every character was so incredibly iconic. They had weight and they had value, and I really liked it. I think especially that scene, the scene that marked me the most was definitely the breaking off their love, like when they come to terms that she has to get married, and
mate, that's how you know you had a good director.
That was beautiful.
Because the cojones it took.
Because it does feel, because when you are emotionally really overstimulated, it does feel like you are disconjointed in your storyline. So you do feel like you are chopped and discombobulated in your own timeline. You feel out of place, and that is the best example of giving you exactly the necessary amount of information, because we already went through the whole conversation with the mom, right? We didn't need the extra dialogue between the two of them. We knew what it implicated. So it was so nicely done to have such a disruptive cut, and then also a sequence of disruptive cuts, because that whole scene was just emotionally charged.
Because they had the conversation, you know what they were gonna say, and could he have added a bit to the knot in the throat? A bit, but it was a bit dragging. It would have dragged on.
I think it was exactly how it was done. Was perfect.
But I think they did have that dialogue written.
You think so?
And I think they cut it off because they realized.
It's how much longer and how many times can we say the same thing?
And it's such a good choice. I don't know if that's the way it went down.
It's ballsy.
Yeah, but it's such a good choice. Again, it goes to see that it had so much care and love.
It did.
And here's the funny thing: one of our biggest pet peeves in movies. Of course, this is a channel, so I'm gonna be probably a bit more forward on this sort of network of channels that we'll have, rather than in Waleska's personal channel, because
you're here too.
I'm here too as well. And also it's like, I can put some of my sort of opinions on here, a bit more blatant. And one of them is I hate being lectured in movies.
Me too.
And I hate being lectured in music, and I hate being lectured in concerts, and I hate being lectured about anything. It could be about politics, it could be about
values.
Who gives a I came here for your music. I came here for the art. If you have a good message to spread it, fine. But don't lecture me on it, and don't look down on me because I don't believe in the same things that you believe. That's your life, mate. To believe like all the factors that have led you to those beliefs and the way you lead your life is the exact same way that I'm gonna agree with you. It's like, piss off, go outside, touch some grass. But they tackled issues here, like for example, one of the ones that gets really pushed here in the West right at the moment is like the whole I guess here they push like equality of opportunity, but like in other aspects it's usually like, like girls can do the same things boys can, and we're all exactly the same. But here the way they paint it, that's like a really difficult subject to push, because real life outside isn't like that. Girls and guys have like different qualities. We're not all, and different guys are different to other guys, and different girls are different to other girls. We're not all like just this, everyone's gonna be a lawyer, you know what I mean?
Perfect mold.
So what the Yeah, so real life isn't like that, and I think everyone understands that. It's just obviously in social media and the news and all that stuff, it gets, amplified because that's the job of that stuff. But the way they tackled that, which could have been quite lectury perhaps, or it could have been quite what's the word, condescending.
Yes, it's like being spoken down to.
Yeah, but because they painted it from a picture of such a cultural base, right? And
it was really handled. It was handled perfectly.
Well, because it's like the value she's bringing, right? It's positive, right? The value that Zara's bringing, her opinions, right? They are different to the times and they're different to the cultures, right? And she's brought them, she's opened their mind to it, and she's obviously try to influence others into their ways of thinking. She didn't force it upon anyone's throat. She gave her opinions, she gave her views, and then because most people are good, right, they sort of listen, and then they're like, holy shit, because look at what a wonderful human being you are. And if we had more Zaras in this village, we would all win.
Yeah.
You know, and then they're like, no brainer, let's do this. Happy days. You have a great lawyer, right? That it's like, it doesn't matter if she was a guy or a woman. Like, you want both men and women to be that good.
Yeah.
You know, to have those type of values. Because, and that's where, again, the sort of the moral compass that she has is not that I'm going to do this because there's no other women lawyers out there. It's because I have humanity.
Yes.
And it
correct.
seems that in this world, right, everyone sort of lost that. Everyone just wants to win, and be the guy that's never lost the case. I'm going to bring humanity to that, right? And she's brought it with her touch, with her feminine touch. She didn't have to become something else. You know, she was still able to cry. She was still able to be strong and fucking prove her point.
Attention,
It's the
yes.
same with SRK's character, with Veer. It's like,
Some emotional and heavily complex characters. I mean, I have never seen a monologue being delivered in such a tender, in such a precise and absolutely emotional way that didn't take away any of his masculinity either. There
how
is
he's
just
still a hero. Like,
it's such a beautiful balance of elements, and I think this film, it's great.
yeah, and I
From start to end, the songs are phenomenal.
but yeah, hope you enjoy this, guys. Thank you so much for all the members watching right now. If you're a member, kindly think of joining. It really helps the channel and stuff like that. Obviously, you get the music reviews, which I think is what makes a lot of these movies special.
Correct.
Uncut, you get to see like a true sort of uncut reactions and stuff like that.
And it's really just like what we're feeling in the moment,
Yeah.
ignited by the music, which is really cool.
And if you're here just watching normally, thank you so much. You mean a ton to us. Without you, this wouldn't even exist.
Correct.
And aside from that, guys, goodbye.
And let us know what the next film should be.
Yeah, now we have a ton of choices, right? Men, yeah,